right, let's see. Brendan, you have been
Sir.
playing through a cavalcade of different demos on Steam to figure
Yes,
out
sir.
which game you're gonna probably lock in and spend your money on. Probably all of them. But
Not
I'm
all of
gonna.
them, believe it or not.
So I want you. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I was
games.
burning through. I told you I was burning through them, bro.
All right, and I want you to give us a quick rundown of each one. Go.
All right, easy peasy. I'm gonna start with the Mark ass game first. Shady Knight. Shady Knight is it's crossover between fucking Neon White, Ultra Kill, Neon White, Ultra Kill, and Bulletstorm. In regards to how it works, where you have a style meter, and you have different ability. Like you start off with like, okay, you have like your kick, and you have like a tether, and you can combo into shit and do environmental kills, get extra points. Like on the trailer on screen, you just yeet a guy off the fucking map, and you can just hard boot somebody. And what's cool is that everything actually it's a little floaty at first, but once you get used to it, it fucking clicks. You got parries, you got dodges, you got a bunch of different cool shit you can pop off with. The demo was pretty well loaded with like at least a good level, like a good couple of levels to kind of get used to everything. And it's really fun. Definitely, like I said, Mark coded as fuck just because not only the style meter, but it's like, hey, you get to be creative with your kills. Like I had a really good streak one time. I fucking dodged, parried, grabbed the chair, threw it at one guy, took his sword, threw it at another guy, grapple hooked to him, kicked him off the map, all in the span of like a second. So
okay, John
that shit, yes, that shit is gas. Next one that's gas, some also Mark ass game, Robo Beat. Robo Beat, take bullets per minute, rhythm first person shooter. It's another one like it, except you can upload your own custom music to it, which I have not done, but you can upload your own custom music to it. One gripe with this, I do not like the overly saturated colors. It just kind of makes it a little tough to see. They have like a bunch of CRT and like antiquated effects on it to more stylize it, which is great. But you can turn those effects off. And the weapons have all unique mechanics. The first weapon you started off with is a fucking ping pong paddle, and going ding, 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 just fucking doing combos with a ping pong ball. And then the weapons just kind of go from there. So yeah, if you've played, like they definitely took inspiration from Bullets Per Minute, Metal Hellsinger, and Ultra Kill as like the crazy boomer shooters. It's a really fun game. I believe it is available now. That game is definitely going to go on my to-buy list just because the music in the game is really good. The demo was real short. You play up to the first boss, but you can continue to play it over and over and over again. Mark, the parries are godlike in this game because you can parry any attack. The timing is weird, but once you get the timing down, you're parrying the boss. It's like the boss goes for a big ass windup. You're like, parry, 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 die, and he just dies really quickly.
This is John Spawn one time. I understand it now.
No, that's how it was. I'm like, I got the parry. I understand it now. I locked the fuck in. Speaking of locking the fuck in, Blade Chimera, me and Mark ass game. This game is there's a lot of Mark ass games on here that I picked specifically. This game is a Metroidvania with like a Metroidvania, some with the character design alone, just some tinges of Metal Gear, just a little bit. The cool gimmick about this is that you have 3 weapons. You have your gun, you have your melee, and then you have your spirit sword. And your spirit and how it works is very fascinating. Where if you your spirit sword takes up mana, but it does a bunch of cool shit. You can pop down a barrier, you can use it for platforming to jump up and climb on a ledge. You have a bunch of different options. However, each use of it drains your mana. Your mana slowly recharges over time, but there's a faster way to do it. If you have no mana, but you start swinging at an enemy, there's a bar on the top of the screen right under your level gauge, your experience bar, where the more hits you do, the more mana you get back. So you go like 2 points, 4 points, 8 points. As long as you don't drop the combo, you get more mana back. And then once you're ready to cash in, you stop attacking, and then you get that refill. And flip side, let's say you're a little low on health. Attack with your spirit sword. Use your spirit sword to build up that cash out meter for your healing, and it heals you right then and there. And it's a bunch of really cool customization options where you can expect in better XP gain, better damage, better healing, better mana regen. And what's also cool about the sword is that you also use it for map exploration and traversal. So the thing with the sword is that she can, because it's a ghost spirit, she can restore something back in time. Here's what I mean. So let's say there's a wall in your way. If you can interact on that wall, you throw the sword at it, she rolls back the clock to where it was rebar, and you can walk right through it. So it's a bunch of cool shit you can do. The character designs and the art style is phenomenal.
Yeah,
like
the sprite work looks insane on this.
Sprite work is god tier. It's a little weird to play because like 3/4 of your face buttons, so A, X, and Y are all attack buttons. B is your only jump button because your A button is your gun. Your gun is for good medium to long range engagements, so don't rely on it too much. But the ammo is infinite. It does reload after like a little bit of time. But it's a really fantastic game. I really want to get my hands on it. If it's available on Switch, I think it might be. I actually might pick it up on Switch.
Like well, actually, no.
This is a perfect. Hey, I'm on the train. I am just traveling somewhere and playing this. It's some good shit. Mark, you'll really like it as well. Kind of like Metroidvanias, and even that, the art style alone and the combat style, you're going to like it. It's actually very good. I recommend this game for sure. This is definitely on my wish list to buy. Next game that is interesting to me is a game called Reynatus. This was at PAX, and I just finished a demo over the weekend. Reynatus takes place in like modern day Tokyo, or at least close to modern day, like maybe a few years ahead. And basically, it is a world where wizards do exist. However, if you are born with magic powers, you have to register for the magic police, basically. Otherwise, you're considered a rogue and you'll be hunted down and brainwashed to join them. And you play as two characters. You play as one character who is on the police force. You're learning about her story because she was born with magical abilities. And you learn about another guy who's more of a rogue. This guy, design-wise, is very MARC coded. And basically, you're just going through. You're fighting demons, and like there's a drug out there that's turning people into demons with the exchange of power and being on the ultimate high. So it's super crack, effectively.
Super crack off the street.
Super crack. That's basically it. It's super crack. I forgot the name of the drug, but it's called super crack. So,
is it as good as Coke Toast?
No, Coke Toast is infinitely better. You know it. It's a full mana he restore every time. With that being said, what's an interesting fact is that when you're playing as I forgot his name. So when you're playing as the renegade mage, you have to be, if you're not concealed, the cops will come after you. If you are concealed, the cops won't come after you, but you can't interact with like certain items in the world, like portals and shit. And if you're playing as the cop, you more or less have free reign. But what's also interesting is that you have to kind of manage your magic, where once you pop off and like you transform, it burns your meter slowly, and that's your time to attack. If you don't have any mana, you cannot attack. Period. The only way to attack is either getting your attack status back, is either refilling your mana with potions, or an interesting thing that they have, mastering the perfect dodge, because the perfect dodge, of course, negates all damage. Ooh. And there's another tip where you can, if you perfect dodge and hold the dodge button, you charge a gauge. Once that gauge is full, instant mana restore, and then you pop off into ultimate mode. And this game is very flashy, super simple. Combos are not crazy, at least for the cop, where she's just like damn near fucking foot diving her way to victory, just dive kicking these motherfuckers to death. Super cool. The Renegade Mark, I think you'll like a bit more, because his combos are still simple, but he has like other hot skills where you can go, okay, combo attack, super uppercut into fucking lock-on lasers. Shit like that. And you can build your party out as well, so you do have multiple playable characters you can swap between on the fly. So it works a lot like those character action gacha games, where you can swap between characters. Like once the cooldown is up, swap between. They're still fighting at the same time you are, so you're still going back and forth. Anime is fuck.
I'm watching this trailer, dude. I'm like, what the hell is going on, bro? Like, there's so much happening.
I'm just watching shit happen, and
this is the most PS3 ass game aesthetically, voice act, because it's by what the fuck is it called? What the fuck is that studio? we know them. Like they've made a bunch of other anime games like this too, so it's in that vein. Would be a cool ass anime to watch. I'm going to be real.
Oh,
just
it's
like,
a nice game.
Yes, that's why it's a nice game.
Yeah.
With that being said, yeah, this is a PS4 ass game. No shit. PS3 ass game, I would argue, given the limitations. But yes, I do recommend it. It's pretty fun. Like I said, I saw it at PAX. It caught my eye. I didn't get a chance to touch it at the booth or anything. And then when the demo was available, the game is fully out now. By the way, a lot of these games are out currently, with the exception of I think one of them. And that being said, it is a very fun time. I do recommend checking it out when you get a chance to. It is fully available. If you really like character action games like that, especially with a lot of magic and some cool concepts, this is a game to play. And then lastly, a game that I'm kind of on the fence on is a game called Chronos Events. Chronos Events is a very
Before you continue, Brendan. Before you continue, she got a big ass. She got a nice
she got a big ass.
She got a nice ass. This is Stellar Blade, and she got a nice ass.
It's not Eve nice, but she got a big ass.
Continue.
Jesus Christ.
But yes, so third-person roguelike game where you actually have like a time rewind button. So it's basically Tracer, but in a roguelike. That's really all there is to it. It's really fast because you can build up your stats and do like either have more shielding, more health, better damage against certain enemy types. The rewind and time manipulation mechanics are what really make this game interesting.
I'm watching this trailer. She's doing this infinite slide, and I'm like, it's making me think of that stupid ass game for the 360 ever, Wet. Remember that?
Oh, Wet? That game was gas. That game was gas.
Infinite fucking sliding, dude. So silly.
No. The game that does that the most is Vanquish.
It's yeah.
Boosto just sliding around the entire map. It's so good. Game of the year. This game I am on the fence about. It is not fully available yet. Like, I want to give it some more time. Maybe either a couple of patches, because the game feels weirdly stiff, in my opinion. But there is a lot of potential here, so I'm likely not going to buy this on launch, but I will be buying this game at some point. And like I said, it is not available yet. It is expected to come out Q2 of this year. So I would say, they were also at PAX. So that's another reason why they caught my eye too. They're not available. Won't come out until like summer. So keep your eyes peeled on that. Pricing wise, I'm expecting at least like 30, maybe $40. But demo is available. Still worth checking out. It's pretty cool, at least like in design and aesthetic wise. And of course, it has a lot of potential with like the time manipulation mechanic.
Yeah,
so
it's
yeah,
slick, actually, yeah.
definitely give that a shot if you got the time.